Another week of chaos memes, aren't I?
Gotta kill chaos.
I can't wait for something to happen that completely disproves Shelly.
I also-
Her thought.
I also can't wait for something to happen. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. As you can see here, the new opening slate is distinctly silver case themed because I have brain rot and love me a good silver case. It's Umineko Day.
Yay!
Wow, we're having 2 in a row. That's a feat considering the last couple of weeks.
Sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I'm joking
not your
around.
fault.
It's no big deal. Yeah. You ain't got nothing to apologize for. I think the only reason we didn't have it on last Sunday was because of B. You know what? I'm willing to live with that.
It was the day I decided to grace this earth. So yes.
It's true.
Anywho.
Yeah. Yes. While I'm getting Umineko queued up, B, do you have a sponsor for me?
Hi, Izzy.
I do. Today's episode of Umineko no Naku Koro ni is brought to you by the letter E for entrapment.
The letter what?
See.
The letter E for entrapment, like the movie in 1999.
Thank you.
Also like the
boy.
Markiplier meme.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
E.
My dog is still behind me. Makes it really hard to hear things.
God, modern meme culture has ruined us, where we can just say the word
Ruined
E
you
and
guys.
giggle to ourselves.
At the point of 87. Well, I really just
I don't even like FNAF, and I know how stupid that is.
Abyss just said that in the chat, and I said it on stream, and then everybody laughed. That's the high on pot news effect. Oh my god.
God damn it, Sim.
Hang on, what?
E.
Alright, let me just make sure the game is audible,
Oh
voiceover
god,
is
we
audible.
killed Khan! No!
Oh no, Con.
Not killed, not dead.
Was that
still.
part of it?
You're still on this bitch of an earth.
And?
On this bitch of an earth, we eat, we driersh, we shit.
What?
Driersh.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard that one before.
Oh no, it's I'm just saying things from YouTube poops. It's
Okay.
see, I appreciate YouTube's because that was the time before when saying "Sus" didn't just mean a mogus.
Newsflash, asshole. It always didn't mean that.
No, but I'm saying it within the cultural zeitgeist to be within international culture, not international internet culture. Oh fuck me.
It's valid.
All right. That.
You're lying.
I judged it to be valid. He's presented a logic that doesn't violate any of the red truths, and I finished checking it. The move by the player on the witch's side, along with that of the final red truth he repeated, are valid. Battler, for the first time, I got to say, I think you're incredible.
See? In your game, a miracle will always occur if you believe.
Battler's son. I'm sorry. If only I had believed more strongly, you wouldn't have been cornered like this.
Piano flew onto Battler's chest, sobbing. Erica staggered backwards, shaking her head back and forth dizzily. And Berncastle? Her face was like an expressionless mask. Then slowly, it became a smile. And for some reason, it seemed the sign of some horrible emotion.
Well done. To think that you escaped the room without removing the chain. Simply splendid.
With her small hands, Delano slowly started to applaud quietly. She was followed by Gertrude and then Cornelia. And then by Beato and Lambda Delta too. Applause filled the room.
Oni-chan. How did you...
I see. Yes, a move that cannot be seen by one whose thoughts are trapped within the closed room.
Possible! Possible! As Delta watched Erica, who was breathing hard, shocked and dizzy with a despair she couldn't accept, she had to take her hat off in the swiftness of Battler's heart and intellect, and to the power of this miracle.
Incredible, Ushirimiya Battler. It's my complete loss for thinking that your power and Beatos would cancel each other out and bring an eternal draw.
And Burn.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
no, that's you. It's you. So you're still you. Fuck me.
And Burn thought everything would move according to her plan. Even though she already knew your truth strength has also suffered a complete loss. Burn is the witch who waits for miracles. You are the witch who summons miracles. You are not Burn's peace. Just now, without a doubt, you've surpassed Burn. You really did. In this one moment, think up a trick by which to escape from this closed room.
As Erica had predicted, Battler had been hiding in the closet. Then during the disturbance in the bathroom, he had snuck out of the door. Erica had guessed this much. That's why they retroactively set the chain lock to seal to prevent Battler from doing this very thing. The chain lock cannot be reset from the outside, so it should have been impossible to escape from the closed room. However, Battler didn't let his thinking get trapped inside this closed room, and so he broke through. It doesn't matter who, but let's explain it with his mother, Kyrie's piece. Just like Battler, the life or death status of the rest of the first Twilight victims had not been specified by the Red Truth. In other words, just like Battler, the others, and Kyrie specifically, can still move, and their closed rooms were not sealed, so they can go out as they please. Kyrie had come to save him. Kyrie followed behind Erica and waited in the hallway while the latter entered the guest room, and sealed the door from the inside. Then after Battler undid the chain lock and escaped, she entered the room in his place. Then Kyrie reset the chain lock from the inside, and hid in the closet, just like Battler had done. Yes, Battler truly isn't inside the guest room right now. However, that doesn't mean that no one else is inside it. Kyrie took Battler's place in the closet, the one exception that Battler had left and is still there. Kyrie saved Battler.
Ushirimiya Kyrie cannot save Battler.
Huh?
What do you mean? Ushirimiya Kyrie cannot save Battler. Why not? There's no red saying that Kyrie can't save Battler. Wait a second, how are you using the red truth?
Valid. Delanor's red truth is valid.
Requesting permission to unsheath the red key.
Permission granted. Please do it, Delanor.
How? How can you give that permission?
It's valid. As the result of an impartial judgment, I guarantee this red truth.
Without telling us your reason?
We'll tell you that soon. Very soon.
Battler hasn't proclaimed Kyrie dead with the red truth yet. It is allowed for Kyrie to be playing dead. And the packing tape has already been used on the 3 rooms, making it impossible for you to seal Kyrie's room. So how can you use the red truth to say Kyrie can't save Battler? That red truth has no basis.
We'll tell you its basis soon. But more importantly, Lambda. The logic with Kyrie has ceased to function. You should probably find another piece to switch places with Battler, don't you think?
Yes. There's still plenty of pieces that can save Battler.
Reconstruct the logic. All we need is someone who can switch. Oh, this is still Lambda doing it, so go ahead.
Okay. All we need is someone who can switch places with Battler. It doesn't have to be Kyrie. Then let's switch it to Nazi. Ushirimi and Nazi switch places with Battler.
Donor, do it.
As you wish.
Delano's red longsword smashed Natsuki's piece into little bits. How? How can Erica deny this logic without the detective's authority?
Ushiramiya Natsuki cannot save Battler. Then Ava. Ushiramiya Ava. Ushiramiya Ava cannot save Battler. Then Rosa. Maria. Useless. Rosa and Maria cannot save him either. Des. Die the death. Sentenced to death. Great Equalizer is the death.
Objection! Erica-san doesn't have the detective's authority! How can she use any red except for the packing tape seals? Objection overruled. Not having the detective's authority does not imply that one cannot use any red at all. There's something she can use. Right.
Yes, there is. There are several exceptions that even humans without the detective's authority can use.
Insane. There's no way.
Yes, there is none. However, there is a certain action permissible only to humans without the detective's authority. And it can become a truth of such overwhelming credibility that witches can easily raise it to the level of red truth.
A certain action. Permissible only to humans who aren't the detective?
You don't mean... Erica. You?
I've got it. Yes, if I'm right. This red truth is valid.
I don't understand. Was there some power that could only be used without the detective authority?
There is. There is just one.
So you finally noticed. That's right. That's the only reason I abandoned the detective's authority this time around. You told me I can make the detective proclamation whenever I wanted, right? Well, unfortunately, I am no longer capable of making that proclamation.
Which Nox rule was it?
Nox's 7th. It is forbidden for the detective to be the culprit.
You mean... What?
Finally, Beata realized everything. Yes, the detective's authority bestows several powers that are useful for reasoning, but it eliminates one single privilege. That is Nox's 7th. It is forbidden for the detective to be the culprit.
In this game, it is impossible for humans without the detective's authority to examine corpses perfectly. So there have been several tricks where the dead have all been faking and walking around where they please. You probably thought you could use that logic to create several impossible crimes after this. When I said that I wouldn't make the detective proclamation, Somewhere on the inside, you must have said, "I've won." You're pretty sly yourself. You gave me the packing tape seal seemingly out of mercy. But that was because you plan to have all the first Twilight victims survive, band together, and carry out the crimes. So you gave me only 3 rooms worth, which wouldn't cover all 6 people. No matter which rooms I sealed, at least one of your underlings could move freely. You must have been planning to use that to corner me. But too bad. Your naivety really pisses me off. Stupid man!
I admit it. I admit that I fell for your monkey show. And then in my pride, I tried to show you some mercy. That's right. Even without the detective authority, there's a way for humans to do it. A way to make sure that a corpse examination cannot fail. Is the human lying in front of you alive or dead? You can answer that question by examining the corpse. With a quick glance, your chances of being right are always 50-50 either way. Various bits of knowledge and experience can be used to obtain a more precise result. However, no matter how much you do that, while you can reach 99%, you can never reach 100% accuracy. That's what most people would think. However, there is one way to conduct a perfect examination.
And that is to kill them!
Erica...
By the detective's authority, I can't tell whether the victims are dead or faking. So I needed a way to be sure. And if possible, it would be preferable if they were removed from the game board, so that they couldn't make a mess of things later on. So I dashed through the chaos-filled mansion, visited all the crime scenes, and I re-killed all of them.
What on earth? Of course, she couldn't just kill them however she liked. It had to be a perfect way of killing, good enough that their deaths could be determined with the red truth. Erica made sure of that. The manner in which they were each killed differed. But afterwards, she completely severed the heads of all those she killed. That method of killing is solid enough to be called a red truth, right, Lambda?
Valid. No human could survive after having their head sliced off.
Could you have severed all of those heads without getting any blood on you?
For example, you could take a large trash bag from the kitchen and grab the knife through it. Then if you cover the entire corpse with the trash bag as you did your work, you'd block nearly all the blood splatter. I used enough knives and bags for several people, then left them there at the crime scene. Of course, I didn't humiliate myself by walking around with them, leaving blood in the hallways and dirtying my clothes. There'll probably be trash bags left at the crime scene with my fingerprints on them, but since this game ends before the police come, that can't be used as evidence. There's no problem with leaving them there.
Are you insane? What kind of mystery would ever allow something like that?
I can't believe I'm hearing this from a witch on the fantasy side. Oh, and don't worry. I didn't kill you. I didn't have time to sever the head of the last one found. So I just sealed your whole room with the packing tape you gave me. Then again, that might have been because I knew this would happen and wanted to watch you struggle. Oh, that's right. Just as I can say that I killed them in red, I can say one more thing.
At that point, Erica stopped for a second. And... can she really be wearing an even uglier expression than everything before now? With that highest quality face, she spoke.
All 5 people I killed were very much alive until the moment I killed them. Everyone faithfully played dead as best they could until the moment just before I killed them, okay? Maria-san was quite the little trooper. After all, even though her mother had already been killed in the same room, she kept on playing dead without even noticing.
They're demons. Up until now, many witches and demons have appeared on in this tale. But for the first time, here are true demons. You bastards! Bastards. This time, Beato understood the entire plot of this tale. This tale was just a story of a prank. Surely someone had thought of playing a slightly harsh trick on this inconsiderate guest, who loved to show off her intelligence and act the part of a great detective. And several people had agreed to go along with it. And the ones who would play the victims would go in their assigned rooms, set the chain and the lock from the inside, and play dead, to create a fake, closed-room murder. If you think about it that way, the rooms chosen for the corpses seem to make more sense. It was only natural for Natsuhi to die in her own room. If you're going to play dead, it's only natural that you want to lie down on your own bed. Ava's vanity is strong, so she must have asked to die in the VIP room. Curie was in Krause's study. That was probably well air-conditioned and comfortable. Rose and Maria were in the parlor. A soft sofa should have been a great place to play dead. Maria had done her best and had impressively acted the part of lying dead alongside the wall. Battler was in a guest room. The temperature here was also nice. The bed must have also been fairly pleasant. Yes. The victims of the first twilight had all died in comfortable rooms. In the past games, the corpses had often been found exposed in the courtyard or under the rose garden arbor, in the cold gardening shed or in the boiler room. This time there were no victims in any such inhospitable environments. This is probably the truth. This is the story of a prank, with no one dead from the beginning. And then, this demon turned it into a real murder case!
You have the right to speak ill of Lady Erica. However, right now, you also have the obligation of showing a new logic that doesn't lead to any contradictions.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, corpses to corpses. Hey, Battler-san, let's continue the game. Please find a different human to switch places with you. If you don't, your trick will become a logic error.
There's now no one who can come to the rescue. Erica's killed all of them! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Battler-san, please calm yourself. Now's the time to hold back your tears and fight! Even if you've lost 5 pieces who can save you, there's still the 11 people in the guest house.
You're right. Kraus, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, George, Jessica, Shannon, Cannon, Genji, Goda, Kumasawa, and Nanjo. Doesn't matter who, as long as someone comes here! Somebody help!
Please look at this! Gertrude! Cornelia!
Gertrude and Cornelia, please!
I'm here.
Oh my god.
It's Cornelia. Go.
Cornelia! Nora, please! No!
I think Nora said he's fucked up.
Oh, fuck.
Get him without strings attached.
Let it be known that we've served here and ready.
Alright, we can live with that. Fuck me. Oh no.
Please look at this! What are these?
Erica, who was now so excited that her pronunciation was tumbling all over the place, pointed at 2 doors. Someone take over for the next one. It was the hallway on the 2nd floor of the guest house. They were in front of the cousin room in the next room over.
Look here! There's something attached to the door! What is it? What is it? Hey, what is it, Gertrude?
Know that it is the packing... Oh, God.
You can go.
Fuck, Sam, just do it. Someone just go. Come on.
Know that it is the packing tape seal of the cousin room.
Oh! Very good! What about this door?
Now that is the packing tape seal of the next room over.
Oh, very good! Okay, Hey, you two! Why don't you show everyone watching at home on their TVs? Please have a look at the packing tape seals on both doors! So, what do you think of them? Are they broken or aren't they? Please let us have the red truth!
This is both of us.
Sam,
Please allow me to
Now we have
speak.
to speak. Now that neither is broken.
Know that an unbroken seal proves that there are still none who have entered or exited. It
It
means
needs no
that
second telling. But know that entry or exit without breaking the seal is impossible.
Good though. Battler, it is as you see. There no longer exists anyone who can save you.
the victims of the first Twilight have all been killed, and the guest house is still sealed. No one can come to the rescue. Yeah. Eric had guessed that this moment might come so long ago, and that was why she had made the strategic move of suddenly sealing those two rooms. This answered the doubts Cornelia had felt at the time. Wondering why the human side player wouldn't want as many free humans as possible was a natural, simple reaction to that move. However, if you sealed up all humans, there'd be no room for magic to intervene. Why is magic magic? Because the people who see it say that it's magic. Then is it possible for magic to exist in a place with no people? Does the lack of anti-magic toxin mean that there's no problem? Wrong! Magic in a place that isn't being witnessed is no different from a delusion. A daydream! Magic that matches the results must be carried out by human hands. If all humans are sealed off, then magic cannot be created. This is Erica's strategy for this game. Enter beautiful. Checkmate!
Well now, who's going to come and save you? Please tell me the identity of the real person who switched places with you. Remain in the guest room in your place. Enter the chain lock from the inside, if they even exist.
Okay. Battler, your logic has been interrupted. Who could have come to save you? You are now in the middle of a logic error.
Wait. I'm still thinking.
Battler, you have two options and one duty. The first option is to build a new thread of logic to reconstruct your closed room trick. The second is to come clean and admit your logic error. And you're obligated to choose one of these options.
It is merciful. There's no restriction on the amount of time you have to make that choice. That's right. Your time is endless. Eternal. I'm sure there's still some way. Some twisted logic that can get you out of this. Anyway, I'm sure there's still some way.
I'm thinking about it! What about you, Beato? Let me find anything. I'm sure the old Beato could have managed something. She built up several closed rooms like this. Beato felt awful. Why was she Beato and yet not? Surely the old her would have thought up a trick under these restrictions. If only she could do that, she could guide Battler to victory. But she couldn't do it as her current self.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll think of a good trick. Eventually. Surely. Probably. Maybe. Pretty sure it's impossible, though.
So then, Battler, let's go back to the guest room. From now on, that'll be your world.
Once again, they returned to this slightly chilly guest room. It was the same room as before, of course, but it felt as though an unsettling darkness had crept in.
Here is the room you'll spend your days in from now on. You just need to escape from this room by any means you want.
However, there are conditions. As I believe you know, these were all things you forced on yourself. First, this room is a closed room created from the inside. The seals and the windows are intact, so there can be no escape through there. Of course, there's no way to escape by leaving through the bathroom. I'll make it simple. There is no exit to escape from except for this door. However, the chain lock on this room and this door is set. You can unset and reset it all you want, but you can only do so from the inside. Furthermore, you are free to go out through the door, but you cannot leave or escape while the chain lock is unset. You have to show that you can escape from this room with the chain lock still connected.
But he couldn't possibly.
He couldn't possibly do it. He made this closed room himself.
We have arranged for just one exit other than the door. That one's in the bathroom.
My merciful master has given you a last way out. If you fail to think of any trick to escape, please look it up.
Bernkastel guided Battler to the bathroom. It was just a normal bathroom. The setup that had surprised Erica, but to buy time, was now no longer working. However, the bundle of wire and the nippers that had been used to prepare that trap still lay in the empty bathtub. Are you saying that I can use these to escape?
Yes, please feel free. It's a present. However, no matter what you use, you can't lock the room from the outside. And you can't fool the seals either, okay? These tools aren't here to help you pull some trick with the chain lock. They're here to let you escape from this room in a more direct way.
How am I supposed to use these?
Not bad, Vern. I see. That your mind's as grotesque as ever.
There is an exit that leads directly outside from this bathroom. Can you find it? You don't mean...
Did you figure it out, Beato? Please, tell me!
That's... impossible.
Please! Where is it? Tell me! We can't let the game end like this!
There.
Huh? Where? Under the bathtub?
Can't you see it? There's a round hole that leads straight out of this room.
It's a bit small, though.
You people! You people! Ah! Ah!
It's the drain, right there, at the bottom of the bathtub. You can get out through there without touching the chain lock. But your body is a bit too big to get through this exit. That's why I decided to lend you those tools there.
You can escape through the drain? How? You've been using those nippers for 100 years to widen that hole, right? Balor and Beato had already realized. They had figured out this demonic way that the demons were proposing.
Just use those nippers and cut your body down to a size that can fit.
Might as well sit back in the tub under a hot shower. As you start from your feet going up, chip, then wash, chip, then wash. Just keep doing that and, oh, what do you know? You've suddenly managed to escape from the closed room.
Oh, what do you know is right, my master. Looks like both siblings are gonna end up the same way.
But Baron, at that rate, just the hand holding the nippers would be left.
That's why we have the wire. Beforehand, Battler will have to wrap the wire around his wrist, then stretch the other end out into the corridor through the crack in the door. You should be able to fit just a wrist through the crack left by the chain lock. If you're willing to do that, I'd be happy to pull that wire from the hallway and save you.
My master, if you do that, I want it. Battler's wrist.
And what will you use that for? But no, I've already decided to use it as a back scratcher. When the time comes, I'll scratch your back with it. What do you say?
Yes! My master! Master's going to scratch my back with the battler's.
Finding them annoying, irritating, obnoxious. Don't worry, it'll get quiet really soon. All those noises to disturb your thoughts will now disappear for all eternity until you can escape from this room.
That's a relief. I'll be glad of the quiet.
Here's some advice from a survivor of hell. Enjoy this noise while you can. Even the annoying insults you hear now will bring you fond memories to preserve your sanity amidst the eternal silence. Do you hate Vern and Erica? Then that's their parting gift to you. As long as you have hatred, you'll be able to avoid giving up. Giving up has a completely different meaning here, okay? Prepare yourself while you can for the eternity of hell that you'll be in when you've given up but still can't escape.
Did you just call yourself a survivor? Then you also...
You know, every once in a while, that terror comes back to me. I wonder whether I've really escaped from that hell. What if I actually lost my mind a long time ago, and I'm still in there? Just seeing a delusion of all of us chatting happily like this. That nightmare still terrifies me. And so I need to constantly feel truly that this isn't a dream. Hey, you guys are really real. You aren't just an insane delusion I'm having inside that hell, right? Right? Right?
There was something in them that denotes his pleading expression that sent shivers down my spine. It was probably more terrifying than any threatening words she could have used with even more vile expression on her face. It's time for Battler to realize. A logic error is the sympathetic you can just stick out your tongue. Oh, this is you probably, yeah.
A logic error isn't something so sympathetic that you can stick out your tongue. Ask for forgiveness and say you'll be more careful next time. It's never worth risking one by leaving things up to chance, even if you feel that you can't back down from this point in the fight. It's time for him to face reality and learn that the true risk and terror is implied by the words betting one's life on a fight. Which must sound so exciting for a man.
Battler-san, get a hold of yourself. I'll think deeply upon it as well. I'll think of a trick to escape this room with all I've got. I will come to save you.
Vienna. I'll definitely think of something. Just watch!
Well, regretfully, it's time for us to leave. He mustn't get in the way of his job any longer.
See you later, Battler-san. Or you'd like to say it, see you again, right? Have a nice day.
Later, Battler. Good luck.
Battler-san, don't give up. You'll certainly think of a trick. Help me as well, and I'll come to save you.
But, Beato? Before he could finish saying Beato's name, they had all disappeared. They hadn't disappeared in a golden spray or turned into butterflies and flown away. Just as though there had never been anybody in this room. Since the beginning. Everyone but him had vanished in an instant. Nothing remained. Not their voices, their presence, their warmth. Not even the faint perfume Beato had worn. The frigid air of this room was wrapped only in the lonely sound of the wind and rain. With that overpowering feeling of isolation. I finally began to realize how horrible a punishment this would be. Damn those bastards. It can't be that hard to get out of a room like this. I mean, rooms are made so that people can get in and out of them, right? If you can't do that, you wouldn't call it a room. How pointless. It's easier to undo the lock and chain from the inside. Damn it. For some reason, I've always been clumsy, and undoing the chain lock always gives me trouble. Oh, it's off. How pointless. Look, I can already open the door whenever I want. Hey. What's this cold feeling on my neck? What the hell is this? Why is there this iron collar around my neck that's attached to a chain? Damn it, who does something like that? When I reset the chain lock, it disappears. When I take it off, it appears. The chain's pretty long, so I can make it pretty far out into the hallway. But it won't let go of that door. Then if I close the door, stand on the outside and stick my hand through the crack, maybe I can figure out how to set the chain. Yeah. I've always been so clumsy. I'm not really clumsy, it's just that me and chain locks don't go well together. Damn it, I hate chain locks. I hate chains. I want to work! Why can't I set the chain lock from the outside? Damn it, damn it, damn it! Gah!
Battler-san! Battler-san! Hang in there. Hang in there.
Can't get out. Beato called out to Battler repeatedly, shaking his shoulders hard. But by now, Battler's eyes were blank. The words didn't reach him. Berncastle and Erica had already left. The game was officially suspended until Battler could think of a new trick. But it was doubtful this would be resumed even after 1,000 years. Or more.
Okay, I'm heading off too. So long, you two.
There's no need to say so long. We'll think of a trick right away, and the game will resume. We won't take up your time. So stay here a little longer. Please.
We've heard those same words from many witches in the past. And I've heard hardly of any of those who've actually managed to resume their games. As far as I know, the only two are me and Byrne.
Why would you, and why would a person who knows about that hell throw another person into it? Just because you're bored? Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. It's to escape from boredom. Because when we get bored, we remember. We remember that hell. And you know, by throwing someone else down into that hell. We realized that, oh, we're the ones on the throwing side. And that means we aren't in that hell ourselves. If we don't keep doing that, then the fear of that hell will overwhelm us.
If you two manage to get out of it, then he certainly will. I will save him. I can say it with certainty.
With certainty? You swear with certainty before me. Lambda Delta, the Witch of Certainty.
Yes, with certainty.
Very well. I was the guardian of the former you anyway. Though the current you is different. I'll take care of you one last time. I'll give you a parting gift.
And what is that?
Hope. As long as you hold on to your certainty, your wishes will definitely come true. Are you listening? The old you was the endless witch Beatrice. You used to love detective novels that depicted impossible crimes. And you used those to make claims that a witch existed, to make many people believe in magic, as one stage on your path to becoming a witch.
Detective novels?
That's right. The old you was an avid reader. You loved detective novels, loved closed room murders, and were a super expert on impossible crimes. You searched for and found several closed room tricks. Found the single most basic element to all of them, and used that to form the core of your magical compendium. Didn't Battler tell you? He said that the old you would have definitely thought of a way out of this predicament. I agree with that. I guarantee it by the name of the Witch of Certainty, Lambda Delta. The old you would have definitely resolved the closed room trick. That's my parting gift to you. Goodbye. You've sworn to the Witch of Certainty that you'll act with certainty. So I won't say farewell. I'll see you again soon.
Yes. We'll see you again. Soon.
Lambda Delta vanished into thin air. Then, in the smoking room of the witch, the two who held the title of Endless Witch were left behind. One had empty eyes, with the support of the first by his side. Ironically, it was the exact opposite of how their relationship had been in the previous game.
Yum.
Shut up.
Apologies, I was so eager to do that I didn't realize that Noir was having problems, which is why I was vigorously yelling for somebody to do Gertrude. Ah, fuck me. Anyways.
Let's do this shit.
Spar? What's this important announcement?
Listen, Furfur. Our image song is getting released on CD.
Oh, hell yeah.
Liar? Who
Liar?
said this?
Yeah, that is all three of them.
Oh, all three of them? Alright, go ahead.
It only has one quote.
Liar!
Liar!
Question mark?
Liar?
Liar!
Are they liars?
I don't know, fuck me.
What was this?
Yeah! It's a lie!
The full discussion
Also, it's
that
not a
we
lie.
had?
They actually.
It is. They actually, you can now get their image song on CD now, so it is not a lie.
They do actually have an image song.
It's also.
We
It's
were just-
very. It's extremely good, by the way.
It's like a leitmotif.
Don't listen to it yet. There's probably some shit in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, we'll show it at the end. Anyways, we were just bored of showing up the same way every time.
We thought we'd change our style a bit.
We're entertainers. And the stage is alive.
You've got to ad-lib every now and then.
Yeah, we could have done without that, damn it. Ugh.
Thanks for helping clear the tension, you two. Sorry, but we're still talking about what to do with the second trial. We'd like a little more time. And if possible, some quiet.
Sorry, Georgican. Actually, we have a truly important announcement regarding the second trial.
It's good news for some. Is it bad news for the others?
For those which it is bad news. I've probably already figured it out.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
Then it's good news for you.
Beatrice-sama.
It's nothing.
5 people were there. Only Battler was missing. Bia's expression was dark, and she kept hanging her head. Everyone realizes that something must have happened to Battler.
We'd like to announce that Battler-kun has retired before the second trial.
Everyone murmured. Just what had happened?
Then we just can't. We'll wait forever for him. But the pair of lovers cannot wait forever.
Love is like ice cream. It's sweet and creamy, but if you don't eat it quickly, you'll lose it. Our game isn't so gracious that it'll wait for him to return.
So that's what you meant by good news.
Huh. Well, I'm glad that we have fewer rivals now. But if you think I'll applaud someone else's misfortune, you don't know me at all.
Battler-kun, the one that we thought of as our greatest enemy. I won't ask why. But if the demons in charge say so, then that's how it is.
Then what will happen to Beatrice-sama?
It seems I will no longer be qualified to participate in this trial.
After all, this is a trial to test the bond between lovers.
Butler Green isn't currently capable of doing that. So he's very disqualified. How truly saddening.
However, she is one of the participants in this three-way love trial. So I think we should let her watch the trial as an observer.
A splendid idea! She does have the right to bless the parrot that does overcome the trial.
Are you okay with that?
Yes. I want to watch until the end. And I still believe he will come back quickly, regain his qualifications to join in, and continue this trial with me once again.
I think she has the right to be an observer.
No objections here.
There's no need for us to be so cruel.
But even so, we've lost a powerful rival. Sorry to you two, but I'd like to settle this trial right away.
That's Judge Kun for you. I'm rooting for you the most on the inside.
The coldness which with he furnishes his love makes the heat stand out all the more.
At any rate, we've gone from three down to two, and the three-way deadlock has been resolved. We weren't able to fight proactively because we were afraid of 1 against 2 situation.
Now that it's just 1 against 1, it's just a good, clean duel.
So in the end, we come to the simple conclusion that we should have just done this from the start.
The four people stood up as though responding to some invisible summons, and faced each other, glaring. Only Beata was off to the side, watching the course of the young lovers fight in suspense. Each pair of lovers possessed an unbreakably strong bond. Isn't that enough? Their love is already real. There's no need to test it. This is probably Khan doing it, actually, so by all means.
So, why must they fight?
The winners will be bound together by a magical miracle, and the defeated will fall apart.
Why if the demons promised us that we'll fall apart without a magical miracle? Why is a demon's gang like this necessary? I don't understand. No, these people aren't important right now. I have to think of a trick for escaping as soon as possible, so that I can save Battler-san from that closed room.
I heard about Battler. It seems things have gotten quite troublesome.
One-sama!
I'd like to save you both, as my dear sister and as part of my full self. I will tackle this puzzle of Battler's closed room in my own way, but it is difficult. It feels almost as though an ordinary chain has been made to look like a wire puzzle.
I heard from Lambda Delta-san. She said that the old Beatrice would definitely be able to solve this with a trick. Don't you have any ideas?
That old Beatrice is our completed form after we've become one. Even I'm not but a part of her. I cannot solve it.
In other words, no matter how much we... Nope, this is still you. Go ahead.
In other words, no matter how much we think in our complete forms, we won't be able to understand. Both the older and the younger sister have no way of solving this riddle.
Beata shook her head, chasing that thought from her mind.
I won't give up. That closed room rapidly eats away at the heart. Unless it can save Battler's son as soon as possible, his heart will be crushed.
Of course, I have no reservations towards lending my own wisdom. However, even I cannot make anything out of this closed room.
If we put our heads together, I'm sure we'll find the same answer that we would if we were joined. Please, don't give up, and lend me your wisdom.
I still cannot understand why you're willing to go so far for Battler. But I shall do as you ask. After all, it is a request made by myself. I will add my wisdom to yours. Look, Fur.
I think this is more quiet than whispering.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Look, Fur, the two Beatos are thinking together.
I wonder if those two can really save Battler.
Exclamation point. Oh, they can. If they have the miracle of love, that is.
That's right, Zapar. They can certainly do it if they have the miracle of love on their side.
Hey, Fur. Do you think that they'll realize that we're giving them a hint for solving that closed room?
The two Beatos huddled together, and, straining their minds with all they had, they searched for a plan for saving Battler. It was as though they couldn't even see the four people glaring at each other and solemnly discussing the manner of the duel.
They'll realize. If they have love, they'll certainly will.
They were the demons of love. Love is the single element, the source of all miracles. Could the miracle of love provide an answer for a closed-room trick?
There it is again. Without love, it cannot be seen. I get how that catchphrase works as an abstract concept. But closed-room tricks are part of a genuine, ruthless mathematical puzzle without room for a fragment of affection within it. Just what kind of hint could these demons be talking about?
They have a certain answer. What these demons have said supports that even further.
Yeah, okay, you're incredible. You always know the right answer. And you'll never tell me any of it. Going by the rule of observers until you tell me about it. It's possible that you're just pretending that you know and lying.
Yes, I believe I do prefer a bad-mouthed Miko. Very well, child of man. To me, Umineko's sarcasm and abuse is like a ceremonial dance in my honor.
You really are an irritating master. Stupid Oni-chan. Why'd you make a closed room like that yourself?
Think, child of man. Thinking is not only a job for the characters within the tale. As a reader, you too have the right to enjoy thinking. And I enjoy watching as you do.
I'm willing to make a bet. Your last Miko ran out of patience and ran away from you, didn't she?
You are free to enjoy yourself by scolding me. You're also free to worry over the problem along with the two Beatos. Unless you think the tale will not continue.
Why? I'm a reader, right? Can't I just stay quiet and read?
No. I want you to think. I want you, the reader, to think too.
I see. You're a pretty unpleasant author, aren't you?
Of course, Angie hadn't reached the end of the manuscript she was reading. However, it would end with just a few pages more. What about the rest of the tale? It should continue much further than this. There should be many more pages remaining. Those were inside a different brown envelope, which was in Hachijo's hand. With a grin on her face, Hachijo waved the thick brown envelope about.
If you want to read more, do what I tell you.
Cool. Looks like she got you, lady. Okay.
Letting you read only so far for free, and then stopping when it finally gets to the good part. Makusa couldn't stop laughing at this evil business practice.
Your own views and reasoning. That's what I want. If you tell me those now, I'll hand you over the rest of the manuscript.
Quit mocking me. You think I'll do just whatever you say after something like this?
Come on now, lady, calm down. I want to read on too, so please chill a bit, okay? About the rest of that manuscript, Man and Hachijo. You're right excuse me, let me read. You're right about the answer to the closed room trick and the truth behind a bunch of riddles, right?
Of course. However, I've written it so that those who fail to think or consider won't understand.
Someday your passionate readers are going to say you've betrayed them.
I understand that, which is why I don't go out in the open. Child of man.
Anyway, that is what Madame Hachido is trying to say. First, tell me your answer. Afterwards, you can check to see if it's right.
Correct, young man. It's not my intention to be mean. I ask this because I want you to truly understand the tale's conclusion.
enjoying this, aren't you, Amakusa? Yeah, come to think of it, you always take those TV show quizzes totally seriously, trying to win them from your couch. I guess my life's many times more fun for you than it is for me.
Come, please think. What miraculous trick could get Battler out of that closed room? I want to give the rest of the story, especially to those. No, only to those who have thought.
In the Witch's Cathedral. No, considering everything that's gone on in here, maybe it should be called a demon's abode. Erica, who wanted to savor the memory of her perfect victory, stood with the whole vast cathedral to herself, as the flush slowly left her cheeks. Then, though she thought herself alone on this balcony, she saw a shadow. It was Lambda Delta.
Oh, it's you, Lambda Delta. It's not often one finds you alone at a place like this.
Oh, it's you. Congratulations on your big victory. That's strange. I think I remember saying the same thing to you right here at the end of the last game.
That wasn't exactly a compliment. However, Eric was in such a good mood that even those words sounded like one.
I happened to hear what you said a short while back.
What?
I heard that you have also had the experience of being toyed with as a piece on some great witch's game board, then sealed away in some awful hell.
Erica had a crude, triumphant look on her face, as though she managed to pry into some embarrassing memory from the other's past. However, Lambda Delta didn't look in the least bit flustered, and instead gazed down from the balcony in silence.
I have. I wonder how many years I was shut up in there. Maybe I shouldn't have counted them like Burn.
You should have.
Or should have counted them like Burn. No, it's probably best that I didn't. Counting the years is what made Burn break.
Are you saying my master also fell into the hell of a logic error at some point?
She did. Though she wasn't the one responsible for that logic error.
Because she wasn't the game master?
That's right. At that time, she was still a small piece that wasn't even self-aware yet. It was her master, the game master, who committed the logic error.
My master was also a witch's piece?
Yes. And that kid's master is another bad one. Though she created the game herself, partway through she lost sight of what her goal was. She ended up creating something like a broken game of Bakuman, where the start and the goal were connected like a donut.
What do you mean she lost sight of her goal?
I'm talking about a logic error. In her Bakuman game, she was unable to drop a line of logic describing how to reach the goal she desired. So the game remained broken with no goal at all. In that case, she should have quieted down and thought of an answer herself. Instead, she despicably left even the thinking entirely to her piece, Burn. Have you heard of the infinite monkey theorem?
It's a theory? No, an absurdity. Arguing that if a monkey hits random letters on a typewriter for an infinite amount of time, they'll probably end up with the exact same set of letters as Hamlet by coincidence, sooner or later.
Wouldn't that be a horrible hell? Byrne was forced to type randomly on a typewriter for an eternal period of time, without even knowing the meaning of what she was doing. The game master was trying to get Byrne to create a goal that this game master hadn't even thought of.
Could Erica even imagine how horrible a hell that would have been? A job you have to do 100 times, and a job with a 1/100th chance of success you have to keep doing repeatedly. Probabilistically, that may look very similar, but the difference in cruelty between them is great. When you have to do a job 100 times, you steadily approach the end, get more efficient as you become more used to it. And it eventually does end. However, a job that succeeds with a 1/100th probability doesn't reflect the hard work of the individual in the slightest. Everything is left to luck. In the worst case scenario, even the task of flipping a coin until you get heads can last more than 100 years.
How many keys are there on a typewriter? About 100, maybe? What do you think of the odds of hitting those at random and getting Hamlet?
I can't even imagine. They must be unbelievably small.
That's right. It's not really any different from an endless span of time. For that dizzying sort of time, that child was forced to keep pounding on that typewriter until she typed out a miracle.
And that's why she's the witch of miracles?
If she hadn't have been a witch, no. If she hadn't been capable of becoming a witch, she would probably still be a black cat strapped to that typewriter for eternity. That child was blessed by a miracle, succeeded in typing out a miracle, became a witch and returned from that hell alive. That hell was so long and harsh that her mind was completely broken. That's why she became such a mean and heartless witch. Even you would dislike your master if given the choice, right?
That's not true. I am honored to be my master's piece. My master is a powerful persecutor. Trampling over the weak is her natural right.
Because she's a human on the bully side of life? Do you know how to create a great bully?
No.
It's easy. Bully them horribly, even if it's just for a short amount of time, then suddenly stop and give them power. If you do that, then no matter who it is, they'll be reborn as a mighty bully. Even if you only bully them for about 3 days. You'll get them to believe that they're still a bully kid for 100 million times longer than that. Then they'll reign as the mightiest of bullies.
What does that have to do with my master?
You don't understand anything about Byrne. No matter what kind of ruthless, cruel, horrible scum Byrne may be, I want to be the only person who knows what she's truly like. And the same goes for me. I think that kid, as a fellow survivor from hell, is the only one who can understand what I'm truly like. It sounds like you're jealous of the relationship we have, but give it up. The hell you think you trudged through is nothing more than a blink compared to the ones we've crawled out of.
This time, Erica was probably the one being mocked. The discouraged expression on her face clearly showed that she couldn't accept Landadelta's words.
If you'll pardon me for saying, I think it's the depth of the hell that's important, not the length of time spent there.
Uh-huh. You think so, Witch of Truth, Erica.
I know what kind of hell you were in, Lady Landadelta. And I'm sure the time I spent in hell was nothing more than a blink compared to yours. However, I don't think the depths of my hell were any shallower than yours.
In part, to celebrate your victory, I'll listen to what you have to say without arguing back.
From my point of view, both the hell my master fell into, which could only be escaped from with a miracle, and the hell you fell into, which I don't know anything about, but could be escaped from with certain willpower, were hells made to be escapable.
That's pretty bold coming from you.
I am the Witch of Truth. My hell was nothing more or less than the truth. When faced with the harsh reality of truth, no sort of willpower or miracle matters. I reached this place by overcoming that truth. I don't believe my power withstanding the truth is in any way inferior to yours or my master's.
So what is this power to withstand the truth?
Those who don't know cannot understand. Perhaps you two couldn't become witches of truth, because you couldn't bear to look at it directly.
I'll forgive you for those impudent words. Letting them pass with a slight nod is my present to you for your recent victory.
Thank you very much, great little Landadelta.
Oh, that's unusual. It's rare to spot you two getting along.
At some point, Bernkastel appeared on the opposite balcony of the cathedral. Erica noticing her, cried, "My master!" happily and dashed over.
Lady Landadelta was telling me old stories about you. A tale of miracles fitting for my master, the Witch of Miracles.
I'll forgive you just this once.
Oops.
Huh?
Never speak of my past again.
A grimace rose to her face and blasted Erica's good mood away. Then she understood. Bernkastel was a witch running from boredom. If it caught up with her, she would remember. Those never-ending days of hell. This is proof.
That even my master still hasn't gotten over the pain and fear of hell. Know that she lacks the power to withstand the truth. For the first time,
Erica felt just a little disdain for her master.
My apologies. More importantly, why have you come to a place like this?
I was looking for you. I wanted to give you a reward.
A reward? Really? Thank you very much, my master!
Oh? Wow, I'm jealous. What are you gonna give her?
First, I acknowledge your ascension as a true witch, not just a temporary one. I'll be your guardian. Witch of Truth, Furudo Erika.
Thank you very much!
All you did was remove.
That's Landadelta.
All you did was remove the temporary bit. How happy can she be with a reward like that? You gotta want something more spectacular than that, right?
No, that's not true. I'm very happy already.
Of course, on the inside, Erica did want another present. Mimicking the Delta, she looked at her master to see if any further rewards would be coming.
I do have one other.
Bernkastel snapped her fingers. As she did, a cloud of gold butterflies gathered, and summoned Battler, sitting on a throne in the center of the cathedral. Of course, his eyes were blank. He was still a shell of himself, his heart trapped in the closed room that he would never be able to escape from.
That man is your reward.
My reward is Battler?
Oh. I see. You're saying you'll make it so that Erica inherits all of this game board's territory.
That's right. Look at Battler's finger. He's wearing the ring of the one-eyed eagle, symbol of the territory lord.
One-winged eagle.
One-eyed.
Sorry! Oops.
I'll show you. No, I'm not gonna finish that. Anyways.
If that becomes yours, you'll become the official lord of this territory. I don't mean you'll be under my charge. In reality and name, this territory will be yours.
You take that ring off of Battler's finger?
Don't be stupid. There's only one ceremony where a woman gets a ring from a man's finger, right?
Erica, take Battler as your husband and become the wife of the territory lord.
Take Battler as my...
Yeah, that's right. If the territory lord is never to wake again, he'll need a partner to serve by his side and in his place. In other words, you will control this territory.
So we'll hold a wedding and exchange rings. Battler's territory lord ring will become yours.
In exchange, you will put a ring of subordination on Battler's finger. You will control and humiliate him forever. And create as many tales however you like using this territory and game board.
Territory Lord Ferudo Erica. Any tale you wish will come true. The Territory Lord is God. Congratulations, you're gonna become the god of the small but wonderful world.
Is that true, my master? Will I become this world's god?
That is the final reward I will give to you. Take Battler's ring and create your own world. When that happens, you won't be my piece anymore. You'll be your own witch, and a splendid one at that. Congratulations, Lady Erica. And one day, you must welcome me when I come to visit, just like Beato once did.
Yes, my master! There could be no greater honor! I'm starting to like this marriage thing. If you think about it, there could be no greater disgrace. For all that, Beatrice has apparently grown a desire to serve Battler, and to be liked by him. In the world that Witch created, I'll marry, defile, and humiliate Battler. Oh, yes, I understand. I so understand how painful it feels to have the one you love stolen away from you. Now, I'll finally be the one dealing the pain. Truly, there could be no greater honor.
I'm glad you like it. I knew it was the one present you'd like most in the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my master.
Eric leapt down from the balcony and walked briskly toward Battler. Then she peered down at the reward she had been given.
Now, isn't that a wonderful finale? You'll have a wedding, right?
Of course. A magnificent one. The perfect way to end Beato's game.
Of course, you'll send Beato an invitation too, right?
Let's hope she actually comes. Okay, things are going to get busy. We have to prepare for the ceremony, make programs, send invitations.
Don't forget the wedding dress and a cake. And you need to get things ready for the reception.
The two witches disappeared, cackling. Only the two who were to be wed remained in the cathedral.
Can you hear this? Butler-san? Do you realize what's about to happen to you?
Damn it. Battler's conscience wasn't completely gone. It was very distant, but he was faintly tethered to reality. And that was what made it cruel. It was as cruel as though the spider called Erica had wrapped Battler up, and was eating him while he was still conscious. No, she might have been like a certain kind of wasp. It was the cruelty of paralyzing her prey while it still lived, so that she could save him for later and eat him. In other words, his cruelty was that of a predator.
You can't get out of that closed room. After I'll use all that red truth to show that it was closed. So don't worry, just let yourself be trapped in there forever. Because while you do, I'll be giving your body some good, long humiliation. Let's have a mirror in our bedroom. That way, you can see just how you're being humiliated with your own eyes. Let's have a birdcage hanging from the ceiling. We can stick your beloved witch, Beatrice, in there. What do you think? Wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, I understand. This is how sweet it is to be standing on the other side.
As he listened to this mad laugh, Battler couldn't even bring a distressed expression to his face. His heart was still trapped in the closed room he had created. His body and soul would soon be trapped within a new closed room of Erica's. A closed room called marriage.
Fuck.
I can't believe Erica's gonna lay eggs in him.
I'm sorry, I had to stifle back laughter when they said a closed room called marriage.
I was like, oh, commentary. How are you, Kishi?
Nope.
Orange is a boomer, you see.
Good God. All right. Hey, did you hear, Fur?
I sure did, the bar. Lord Battler and Lady Erica are having a wedding.
Didn't they hate a loveless marriage?
Their words were so similar to their usual shtick that Beto had to ask him to repeat it again.
What do you mean?
As you know, the territory lord of this place has had its heart sealed away and cannot speak.
It seems the beautiful Lady Erica is going to become his wife and support him in his work.
The two demons explain the situation in a very simple, yet dramatic way, without any space between the simple and yet.
I know what's going on. They're planning to take advantage of the fact that Battler's heart is sealed away. And use marriage to lock up his body as well so they can steal everything from him. At this rate, Battler's position as Game Master, and his Territory Lord's ring will be stolen away.
That little thief, she thinks she can do whatever she wants. Let's steal him back. That doesn't concern me, but if it affects you, then it's my business too.
Aww.
Just stealing his body back won't do you any good. After all, the great Lady Birkenstell has already signed the marriage certificate as a witness.
With the Great Witch of the Senate serving as a witness, no one can dispel the union unless one of the pair wills it.
So, as I thought, unless I can rescue Battler's heart from that closed room, there's no way we can save him.
Then find a way to rescue him from there.
You're going to steal away the bridegroom? Ah, how wonderful!
If you can do that, then it would make for a tale beautiful enough for the opera. However, this closed room sealing Battler is quite difficult.
The only way out is the door. And if the chain isn't set, his escape will not be accepted.
And on top of that, the chain can't be set from the outside.
And now there's no one left to switch places with him.
No matter how you look at it, we're stuck.
If we give up, we won't be able to save him. The only way we can save him now is to keep thinking.
Though Beata looked as though she was about to burst into tears, she clenched her fists tightly. She was so frustrated with her inability to think up any brilliant plan that her heart felt as though it would burst.
Zepar, Furfur, you two are known for being amongst the most powerful demons. They say your magic can make the impossible possible. Couldn't you use your power and knowledge to work out a plan for crushing this impossible closed room? Yes, love can accomplish impossible things.
If you can't accomplish something, it means you lack love.
Hearing that hurts.
But we're moved by the strength of will that prevents you from giving up.
Because you have that, we're sure you can bring about a miracle.
Can you at least give us some sort of hint about that miracle? We've known each other for quite some time. Can't you at least give my little sister a hint as a parting gift? We are always
Giving out hints.
without love.
They cannot be seen.
Yes, we can't see, which is why we're telling you to show us. These two are always like this. You'll never get bored, but they can be very irritating at times like these.
Zepar and Furfur certainly were demons who possessed a great power. The power of love they bestowed had created several miracles in the past, miracles so great that they left marks on human history. However, those miracles were never given easily. They would give trials, tell riddles, and sometimes help the truth be realized, so that those who desired power could create that power themselves. No matter how pitiful the eyes that looked up at them, the two demons would never lend their power out of pity. As it is with gods, so it is with demons. They help those who help themselves.
I understand. I'll think about it myself. I will. Certainly.
See? Demons, look at this modern, pure-hearted girl. As the demons of love, don't your hearts just hurt even a little? Let's have a hint. Or could you at least give us a hint to a hint?
Zepar and Furfur looked at each other. Of course, there was no pity on their faces. However, it could be seen that they did find the problem amusing. They were considering what they should do next.
What will we do, Furfur?
Can you just give a hint to a hint?
Yes, that will do nicely, so let's have it. Okay.
Here's the present from the Barn for Fur.
A hint to a hint of love.
Yeah.
Please.
You can't see the answer.
Because you don't have enough love. I told you not a hint like that.
And you don't have enough love.
Why don't you watch some lovers who are overflowing with it?
Yes, and fortunately, we have two groups of lovers right here with us.
They choke and die. Why don't we take a peek at their fight for love?
You should watch over.
And observe our trial. I told you! Not a hint like that!
Beto the Elder yelled at them, asking for a more tangible hint. However, Zepar and Furfur just giggled, and ran about like rats. Berserker's job. However, Beto took their hint to a hint. Seriously. Now that the Beatos were out of it, the second trial was between George and Shannon on one side, and Jessica and Cannon on the other. Tear apart the two who are close. In other words, defeat one of the members on the opposing team. They were allowed to use any method they wanted. It could be a duel, or it could be rock, paper, scissors. The four of them had alternated between speaking together, then splitting up and discussing things amongst their teams, and had, apparently, finally reached a decision.
Zepar, Furfur, do you have a second?
Oh, they finally called out to us.
So, George, have you decided on a format for the duel?
No matter how much the two demons cheered the four of them on in a joking manner, their serious expressions did not waver.
Yes. We've decided to hold a duel.
The duel will take place between me and Shannon.
That's surprising. For a one-on-one duel, we would have thought.
That George and Jessica would have fought.
These guys really wanted it to be them. And they wouldn't listen.
As a man, I can't stand being unable to do anything but watch. However, Shannon's resolve will not waver. So we have no choice but to respect their decision and believe in them.
couldn't.
Thank you so much for believing in me. I've always thought that if we had to fight for each other directly someday. Oh, sorry, can I reread that?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for believing in me. I've always thought that if we had to fight each other directly one day, it should be done like this.
And we realized that day's today. Of course, we might have been able to avoid this day.
However, now, this day has come. So, we won't run away.
That's right. I'm not running away, so I'll be right here.
Me too. I placed my faith in Shannon. So I have nothing more to say. And even if Shannon is the one fighting, our power is one. So we'll be fighting together.
Yes, that's right. I'm just representing the pair of us.
If the lovers have decided.
Even we demons will not butt in.
So, how would you like to settle this duel?
You don't mean that you want to have a literal duel, do you?
At once, both Shannon and Cannon nodded.
And the method?
That doesn't matter, as long as it's a fight to the death.
If possible, we would like it to be peaceful, without suffering. And we would like to avoid wounding each other unnecessarily before one of us dies. Separ, we should be the ones to oversee this noble duel.
True. We understand you two. We will propose a noble duel, one that will honor your noble spirits.
When Zapar clapped loudly, a case with an old design appeared in the air and landed between Shannon and Cannon. Furfur nodded at them, urging them to open it. Cannon crouched down and opened the case. There were some antiques inside. They would have looked splendid hanging on the wall at some classy coffee shop. However, they were not mere decorations now.
These are...
I see. This is perfect for a duel.
Inside the case were two dueling pistols. Ancient, like the kind used in the Middle Ages. Yes, this was a dueling pistol case. That only those who wished for a fight to the death were allowed to open.
They have one bullet each. As you requested, we've imbued them with magic.
They have magical bullets, which will bring certain painless death, no matter where on your body they hit. Thank you very much. You are most merciful.
And what if we both miss?
Normally, that would be a draw. However, such a thing is not allowed in our trial.
If you both miss, you will come back, and we'll give you new bullets. This will repeat until one of you is dead.
I have no objections.
Me neither. I'm glad. This means we can finally settle it.
this.
Ushurmia George, I recognize you as Shannon's, no, Sayo's witness.
Understood.
Ushurmia Jessica, I recognize you as Cannons. Now, Yoshi as the witness.
Sure.
We are
Responsible for this duel.
It is our responsibility to see that this duel
reaches a decision no matter what.
When Zepar and Furfur cried these words out, the whole area was blanketed in a gold-colored light, and when it cleared, it had become the rose garden where golden roses bloomed.
Huh?
Beat.
Sorry.
Oh, beat.
A duel over love, is it? How old-fashioned they are. I've seen many duels with pistols during my 1,000 years, but I've never seen one like this.
Because it's been overseen by demons?
No. A duel over love is usually a fight between two people both in love with the same single person. However, we have a pair of lovers fighting over another pair of lovers. This is quite odd.
I'm sure. It's because they want a miracle of magic. It seems we cannot be successful in love without such a miracle.
Do you know the minimum number of people needed to create a universe?
Huh? No. I don't.
Shannon and Cannon each took a pistol out of the case, returned to their respective witness, and checked the weapons over. Then they both decided that there were no problems. They checked once more to make sure that their opponent was prepared, and nodded to each other.
If there's no problems, then the duelists stand back to back. Then walk the decided number of steps away from each other.
Then the duel will begin on our signal. Zepar, how many steps should they walk?
Good question. Well, maybe we should choose a number that's closely bound to this duel.
Number closely bound? What number is that?
It's a number we know well of. It's the number of which this game had been repeated over and over again since the time It's that number which has been repeated over and over again since the time this tale began.
The number is
19.
That's an interesting number.
I like it. It's a good number to settle everything with.
19. Whenever the illusion of a 19th person was seen on this island, on which only 18 people were supposed to be, this number was used to refer to the witch. It's the number of years needed to create this tale. It's the number of years it took to reach this unavoidable day. And it was the age of the true territory lord of this world.
They'll stand across from each other, then walk 19 steps and shoot.
That's pretty far. At that distance, the first one to shoot won't necessarily be the winner.
If one of us shoots first and misses, it will probably be the end for them.
And if it hits, this easy game can be won without even getting a scratch.
Well then, duelers.
Stand with your backs together.
Shannon and Cannon slowly walked toward each other, facing each other. Once they turned away, they wouldn't see the other's face again until they killed them. So this face-to-face meeting would never happen again.
Thanks for everything. Getting to have a little brother like you was fun.
Thank you for letting me be me. Thank you for showing me the color in the world of gray.
Why were we born, I wonder?
It would have been better if we died right after being born.
That's Father's sin, isn't it?
Yes. So he can just die. Let them all die.
Yeah, everyone will die. It'll happen very soon. And right after, everyone will revive and we'll be able to see them again. We aren't birds in a cage anymore.
We will finally leave our cage and fly off to our separate worlds.
I should have had a duel like this with you long ago.
Surely, today is that day.
Yeah. It's today.
October 5th, 1986. The fated day.
The day that one of us will die.
Or maybe we'll both shoot at the same time and both die.
That might not be so bad. Even that wouldn't be bad at all.
Right. After all, even if that happens, our loves will surely be made complete.
Did we really need to have this duel?
We did. You said it yourself. We should have done this much sooner.
Right. Because to me, you are...
To me, you are...
just in the way
just in
now.
the way now.
For the first time, the intent to kill flashed through the eyes of both. Why? For what reason? Why must such a day come for this pair that seemed so much like siblings, connected by a bond different from love? It was a great mystery. As great a mystery as the question of how this could be the key. Come.
Towards unlocking Battler-san's room. If I watch over this duel, instead of running away, will I find the key to solving that closed room? I will. Right? Zapar-san. Furfur-san.
The cathedral was beautifully decorated for the wedding between the territory lord, Lord Battler, and Lady Erica. A crowd of guests wearing goat masks filled the cathedral, waiting for the arrival of the bride and groom. As befitted a demon wedding, it was neither solemn nor quiet, but cheery and noisy, brimming with activity. Shit, hey, Noir, you good?
Sure, okay, who we getting to replace?
I wonder what Beato is doing. I don't fucking know. Actually, yeah, AC, you do it. You go ahead.
I wonder what Beato is doing.
Beautiful.
I hear she has gone to see Zephyr Vuffer. Since that powerful pair controls love, they could force even a Demon King to retreat. I do hope they prove to be helpful in some way.
I know all about those two. I think you know as well as me that they won't hand over their power easily.
True. However, that is precisely why they are capable of granting power that can lead to miracles.
At any rate, if we could just free Battlerkun's heart from that closed room, we should be able to manage something here. Closed rooms are your favorite, are they not, a Gap? Can you think of any tricks?
This is a nasty one. Bal and Erica have been dropping red truths all over the place. I can say for certain that it's impossible to escape from the inside on one's own.
So, after all that, the only way is to have someone else trade places with him and set the chain.
If someone does appear like that, saving Battler should be easy. There's a full 11 people, right?
Those 11 are sealed to the second floor of the guest house. If we could somehow slip them out of there.
I see. Solving the problem of Battler-sama's closed room is the equivalent to solving the problem of either closed room on the guest house second floor.
Exactly. Limiting your thoughts to just Battler's guest room would be like getting trapped in a mental closed room of your own. The closed room we need to break open to save Battler isn't the guest room. It's the closed room in the guest house. Lanner. Stop twerking.
Sorry. Most unfortunately, we of Einstein Jungfrau have been placed in charge of the 2 rooms in the guest house.
And you guys specialize in seals and barriers.
However, that was quite impressive, Miss Gap. You realize that the closed room you should destroy to save Battler is in the guest house. The ceremony will begin soon, but why not reconstruct the scene as a way to kill time until then?
Are you sure about this? Doesn't this violate the obligation of confidentiality you have as Lady Erica's piece? This is fun.
That is no problem. Surely, if you have the first of the seals around the scene confirmed and fall into despair, you will be able to celebrate this ceremony more sincerely.
How confident. I'll take that challenge. Leia, let's have us as a little snack before the ceremony.
With that, dear ladies of... fuck.
Azan,
we humbly ask you to reconstruct the scene.
We hear and obey.
Hear and obey.
I can be heard, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
This is the cousin room.
The next room over has the exact same layout.
carry out your inspection however you please.
This room has Genji, Gota, and Kanon. Then Klaus, Rudolph, and Jessica, for a total of 6 people.
The next room over has Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Kumasawa, and Nanjo, for a total of 5 people.
Don't be stupid, everyone. Who's in the room doesn't matter anymore. We need to find out how to escape from it.
Yeah, you're right. The door and windows are sealed, so we must somehow escape from another place.
You know what? I know all about how you heaven people like to use momentum to dodge issues. This is no closed room, right?
Please allow me to speak. Let it be known that the classroom in our charge are perfect.
You were in charge of the window seal in Kinzo's room last game, right? How the battlers let Kinzo escape from that room?
That was no fault of Cornelia's. The blame rests on her superior, me.
This is exactly the same as Kinzo's stutter. It's the windows. This closed room can be broken by the windows. This trick of yours is just plain obvious.
How? Lady Erica sealed the entire room, right? That means an entire room is sealed, including the windows.
I see. It would seem that we have been misinterpreting the definition of these seals. Closed room seals by packing tape are not impossible to break. They form no prison.
That's it exactly. Seals definitely prove that a room is a closed room. However, they don't prove that the room will remain as such. They only prove that the room is a closed room as long as the packing tape is not broken.
We are not trying to deceive you in any way. As long as the packing tape is intact, they are guaranteed to be closed rooms. That is all.
And why the windows? Why is it that we can break this closed room with the... Why is it that we can break this closed room with the windows?
It's simple. We just tear the packing tape apart and jump out. I don't know what the outside wall of the guest house is like, but it must have enough of a foothold for that girl to crawl up and stick packing tape on the outside without anyone noticing.
If you break the packaging tape, we will immediately know that the seal has been broken. And we have already proven that the seals were intact at the time of Battler's logic error.
True. It's true that at the time you proved that the seals weren't broken. That's how you tricked us into thinking that these were closed rooms. The logic of seals equals closed room doesn't always apply. Gap's specialty was dealing the finishing blow in closed room mysteries. He leaned back and looked down at the short Delanor, as though a challenge such as this was like taking candy from a baby. Delanor looked up at her with a bold expression, and sparks flew between them.
What do you mean? Seals equals closed room is wrong? That's insane.
Remember, Leia? Which seals did Erica show us that at the time? Which seals did they show that were still intact?
I see. This is the sort of falsification that the great Count of Heaven likes to practice.
I cannot let that remark pass. What is your complaint?
Come on. I've been saying it the whole time. It's the windows. Should the people use those seals to seal them in? That included the windows. At the time you added those seals, that counted as proof. So far, so good. But you know what? After that, anyone in this room could have done it. Who was here again? Genji, Goda, Cannon, Kraus, Rudolph, and Jessica. It could have been any one of them. All they did was tear the packing tape on the window, slip out from there, and save Battler.
But at the time of the logic error, it was proven that the seals were intact.
Incorrect. At that time, Lady Erica only verified the status of the seals on the doors.
Yes, come to think of it. At that time, Lady Erica just showed the doors of the 2 rooms and claimed the seals were intact for each. She never mentioned the seals on the windows.
That's correct. Probably true that the seals on the doors and windows were perfectly secure when they were added. However, at the time of the logic error, you only confirmed the status of the seals on the doors. In other words, since the time Erica left the guest house, it was not forbidden for someone to break through the windows and leave whatever they wished. What do you say? I've got you now, haven't I? This is how you do things. Still you, Sam.
Commander Delanor. It's nearly time.
It seems the bride and groom have arrived. This ends our chat. We will meet again later.
With a happy-looking grin on her face, Delanor turned around. But that must have hit her where it hurts. Gap wouldn't let her get away. She grabbed the other's shoulder. Wait there! Tell us not the seals in the windows are still set at the time of the logic error. If you don't, anyone that's in the room could have saved Battler.
And who do you think would have been capable of such a rescue?
It doesn't matter who. Then just by personal preference, I'll name Cannon-kun. He seems agile, and hiding his presence is a specialty. He's the perfect person to follow after Erica and quickly come to Battler-kun's rescue.
Cannon? Impossible.
Impossible? Come now, we can't trust what you say with normal words. Use the red truth. Stir upon the red longsword of yours.
Miss Gap, a sacred wedding is about to begin here. You asked me to draw my sword in a sacred place such as this. How inelegant and rude. Let's do this some other time. Goodbye.
It's possible for Cannon to save Battler. After Erica sealed the room, he left by the window, switched places with Battler-kun in the guest room, set the chain lock and hid in the closet.
Impossible. The window seals were also intact. Of course, this is also at the time of the logic error.
Gap's rapid reverse roundhouse that followed her blue wedge crossed with Delanor's red longsword, and both pointed to the other's throat. The once peaceful mood of the wedding broke apart. Several goat guests whispered to each other, wondering why these two seemed to be fighting. Okay, so you can counter that. Why didn't you just say so in the first place?
We thought that Beatrice might eventually reach that thought, then barge in on the wedding with that as the key to Battler's escape. I did not think that she would press us first and force us to show our hand.
You do fight dirty, don't you? You're trying to trap Beata by making her suspect of the windows, then turn the tables on her.
What else should a human who guards the bride be expected to do? Are you satisfied now? A demon world-styled wedding truly is vulgar and barbaric. If you would excuse us.
Wait up. You haven't fooled me yet. You mentioned window seals just now. You were talking about the ones in the room where Cannon was. The cousin room, right? Not the windows in the next room over. All you've done is show that the rescue would have been impossible for Cannon. There's still a chance for the humans in the next room over.
How very persistent.
Hello?
You? Yeah,
Huh.
go ahead.
Yeah, Zoo.
All right. Go. British. Poor John. For our route. We are the GA system. Imperial Guards. In charge of security at the...
You might want to get closer to your mic. I think
You
you're
keep cutting
cutting out
out.
because of setting sensitivity. I mean,
Is that any better?
Yes.
we will know when you talk more.
Testing. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Just read the line and we'll tell you.
We apologize for our route. We are the GS officers and Imperial Guards in charge of security at the settlement. Afraid I must ask you both to stamp.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, it's still happening.
well,
how
that's
close are you
pretty
to
Hang
your
on, let me
mic?
fix this.
Well, how close are you to your mic when you're saying this? You might just need to be closer. Might be a sensitivity thing. Oh.
Huh?
Okay. How's this?
We will see when you do the line.
We apologize for our rudeness. We are the Chiesta Sisters, Imperial Guards, in charge of security at this ceremony. I'm afraid I must ask you both for your stamped invitations.
We're good.
An internal microphone, saving the day when I don't want to use the Yeti.
Illinois 8 Knox. I am with the bride's party. Here is my stamped invitation. Also, here are my credentials as bodyguard to the bride.
Confirmed as Chief Nux. Welcome to the Lord's Battler wedding.
I'm Gap. I'm at the groom's party. Here's my invitation and... crap.
You didn't get snapped at the reception desk, yeah?
I came here directly, so I didn't go by the reception desk. It's still unstamped.
Why do you have to always have to do it at times like this?
Gap-sama? My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to come with us to a different room.
Eleanor watched, shrugged, and turned away. Wait there, Delano! Respond to my blue truth!
If you want the opinion of the Great Court of Heaven...
Sorry.
If you want the opinion of the Great Court of Heaven, please fill out an application in accordance with court procedures.
Allow me to speak. Know that the ticket window is open from 10 to 5 on weekdays. Lunch break runs from 12 to 1:15.
Allow me to speak. Note that the use of whiteout or strike-through is not permitted when filling out forms.
There's no if you use Comic Kit application for the same thing, yeah?
It's an urban legend! Probably.
Let us provisionally accept that blue truth verbally. It will be put on hold until the proper forms are received and duplicate submissions are not allowed.
I don't understand. Can you respond to my blue truth, or can't you?
If you fill out the application on Monday, we should be able to have an answer for you by the end of next month.
I fucking hate you.
Duplicate submissions are forbidden, so the blue truth you just spoke will be unusable during this wedding ceremony. This is in accordance with the laws of evidence from the official Great Court Regulations, Article 214, Section 15, regarding the prevention of duplicate submissions.
Bureaucracy.
Please allow me to speak. Know that it is forbidden for the blue truth to be used and based on the argument that the window seals of the next room over were torn at the time of the logic error.
Please allow me to speak. Note that the opposing side is under no obligation to respond to the aforementioned blue truth.
Cowards! Hey, let go of me, rabbit band! The Chester sisters let Gap away. Just when she thought that she'd reached the core, they had underhandedly refused to respond. However, this is a big clue. The chances that the window seals in the next room over have been broken. In other words, it might be possible for Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, or Nanjo to save Battler. And yet, just now, that move was sealed away. The use of any blues based on the window seals in the next room over might have been broken, has been prevented. It's now impossible to claim that the five who could have saved Battler were the ones who did it.
What the hell? That's low. That's the answer, isn't it? I also noticed that they haven't proven that the window seals were intact. But if they can't use the blue truth, what are they supposed to do? Yeah, I know. I'm sure you're laughing at me again because you alone have discovered the answer.
My apologies, child of man. I'm having trouble just as you are.
I can't believe I'm hearing you say that.
I also realized that the windows of the next room over were left available. However, I hadn't imagined that the use of the argument would have been prevented.
Doesn't this seriously violate the rules? Ugh, I mean, how can a quiz be fair if you can't say the right answer? Isn't this a logic error for the other side?
We can also view the fact that the tale is continuing as proof that it wasn't a logic error.
In other words, there's some other answer completely unrelated to the windows of the next room over.
Or it may be possible to explain, without discussing the windows, how one of those five came to Battler's rescue.
If they can't talk about the windows, they'll have to find a different way to leave that room. That practically makes the next room over a closed room.
Yes. That is why I'm also stuck. Because of these strange seal proclamations, the two rooms have once again become closed rooms. Most likely.
Most likely what? If you're so vastly intelligent, what kind of answer have you found?
There is no answer.
No answer? What do you mean?
There's no way out except for the windows of the next room over. And yet we're not allowed to include those windows in our reasoning. There probably is no answer for this closed room.
And if so, what next?
Since no answer exists, then defeat is absolutely certain for whichever player is burdened with the responsibility of explaining.
So we have no moves left? In other words, the statement of Delanor's was the final blow? Doesn't this make it checkmate?
No, one move does exist. However, that move is only one that can never be used again. And it is also part of Biyeto's heart.
You mean one of the greatest riddles of this tale?
Precisely. By using that, or possibly...
Feather inside deeply. Something that she hadn't done once before now.
I see. So as long as this tale has been, it's finally time for the curtain to close. Exposing the answer to this riddle means the same as finally killing Biyeto. But perhaps Battler is the only one qualified to make that decision. If he weaves such a tale as the Game Master, no one will be able to stop it now. The greatest riddle of this tale will probably be revealed very soon.
Hold on just a second. Alrighty then. It would seem that now is probably the best time to stop for the night without going hilariously over, because this is still a pretty long chapter.
We have like a half hour still or so.
It's literally 9 over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have the worst headache right now from overthinking.
Understandable.
Yay.
Anyways, had a lot of very twerkable songs tonight, and a lot of very frustrating moments, but we will be likely... We might have to do like an extra long session on Friday, because we won't have enough for 2 full sessions if we split up things.
Maybe we'll see.
I mean, there is like
because like that would be like almost a 3-hour stream.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, on a Friday, I'm fine with that.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out later.
We'll figure it out later. God, we are so fucking good.
Yeah, so I would say we have all like it's Sunday and we have until Friday. That's an entire week to think about this. So yeah.
Like about 5 days.
I think we better think of something.
Good thinking.
I think.
And, but just to head it off, like tunneling through the house is not an answer.
No.
As I'm unsure if he has the tools.
Well, where are they gonna get the shovels from?
I'm not even saying he would do it. I'm saying like the other people in the house could break through the floor somehow. I mean, this doesn't make sense normally, but like, why would they think to do that exactly?
I do have a theory, but I can't say it right now.
I actually did think, like, why are they not talking about the windows? But I figured I just might have missed something, and that's why they aren't talking about the windows.
Because I just talked about the windows. Please file complaints about the windows on
But the
Monday.
real question is, what about the windows?
So
File those complaints on Monday.
Oh god, I got bad PTSD from that part.
But only between.
Bone wants
The
to
hours
deploy the
of
bureaucracy
5
in heaven.
So, anyways,
And 11 to 4, we are on break.
So let's go ahead and take 5, and then we'll do the discussion. Unless you guys just want to jump right into it.
I can jump into it.
Yeah, since we are already overboard.
Seems like we're going to be skipping it tonight, but we will have probably
Wait, we're
a lot
skipping?
Yeah, we're going to skip the discussion tonight.
What?
Yeah,
You never said that.
I said let's do it.
Since we are going over time already, we might want to not take a break before and just go.
Can we skip it? I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Oh,
okay then.
Oh wait. Do you
Alright,
mind
then.
if I just throw in some thoughts though, Con, or would that add extra?
Go ahead, I can hold it.
Alright.
Wait.
Very quick, run it. Brief.
Oh, I'm just looking for the start. Do you guys want to skip it?
I kind of want to go to sleep, dude. I got work in the
in
morning.
that case, let's skip it. Because
Alrighty
I actually
then.
did have a lot of thoughts, but
We will have those.
Can we like do this sometime during the week and not save this for Friday?
I mean,
Is that okay?
I don't know when.
I'm not
we would
really
do
sure
that.
what. Yeah, we don't really have a time to do that. That's the problem.
Here, let's do like a speed thing next time. Let's just try to do like a speed round.
I don't think
You talk about like before we do the show?
I mean, like at the very beginning.
We have a couple
Alright.
really long chapters ahead of us. It'd be kind of difficult to shove that shit in there.
I guess we'll just have to skip it then.
I would
We'll have
say
to
I think
wait
we should
until-
wait until the end.
Yeah, I'll wait until the end.
Yeah.